bras dessous, en chantant des chansons qui laissent bras me mêler. Ah, c'est bon, je cherche un millionnaire avec des grands Cadillac cars.
Hello, Mangy here and all my furry trash. Today we're gonna do a question and answer video because I've never done one. So I asked for your questions on Twitter and I will answer them right now. First you have, what is your favorite thing about being a fursuiter? I really like having this big character and then making it come to life. And with that, also perhaps sharing people a thing or two. I don't know how to word this. I like that being a fursuiter gives you this kind of spotlight to showcase something. And for me, what I like to showcase is things that maybe people have not seen before or can learn about. So either it's between like a dance style or music that is not well known, or even just like being a mongoose, because like I don't see any other mongooses around very often at all. And I love that maybe just being out there and being exciting will also get people to look into what our mongoose is about and what kind of mongooses are there, where do they live. Kimba Taite asks, what's the next place you wish to visit? Well, I think I'd like to go somewhere in Africa, only because that's one of the continents I have not visited at all yet. I'm thinking maybe South Africa and have a look around there. But I think I'd also like to see places with mountains again, and maybe even Southeast Asia. I definitely would like to see like Thailand, Singapore. Those look like really beautiful places, tropical. And honestly, it's getting really cold around here, and I'd like to go back to a tropical place. But if we're talking furry cons, I think I'd like to go see PLFC in Reno, Nevada. I've never been there. Drashgia Kirkland says, what inspired your Furries Lost in Translation video? Honestly, a purely beautiful video. Oh, thank you. It definitely comes from having moved around so much. I've lived in America, Australia, and now I'm living in the UK, and I just have accumulated so many different friends from all over, and I love hearing their accents, and living in these different places I pick up on all the little words that are different. And here living in UK, I fortunately was able to actually get a couple friends, and including Josh, we were able to make this like internationally awesome video because like who else has that opportunity? So I've been writing down words that I've learned that are different when just by talking to them, and just like from my conversations, and I just brought it up in this video. And it all came out to be a lot of fun and very interesting. Dr. Wolf09 asks, what's a kind of music or style that you've never danced to, but would like to try in a routine? Well, I was going to do another history of dance back when I was living in Columbus, Ohio. I was going to do one more history dance for Anthrocon, and this time I was actually going to have a partner do it, but things fell through. I got too busy. We couldn't practice enough, but it was going to be really good. He is a actual trained ballroom dancer, and he was showing me several different duet styles. He was showing me the waltz and swing and tango, and it was so much fun to do with him. And Jasper, you're a great person, and it was definitely like it's like a partially done project, but we could never really get it all choreographed together and have the ability to meet up and all that stuff. So it's a shame, but I would have loved to done some of those pieces that we had planned. Wyan the Raptor asks, how do you choreograph your dances for competition? So it's a process. The longest thing is me actually deciding on what I want to dance to, like finding a song that I like enough and really catches my ears to the point that I'm just listening to it over and over again. And then I just listen to it for so much, I just can recognize all the beats and how it goes, and I just like picture it in my head what I want to do, and I dance, and I freestyle, and I do it again and again and again and again, and I do it so many times that things start to feel right, like things start to get into place. So I can't say that I really like think it out. I just kind of do it so many times that I feel something that works. So it's very rare that my actual choreography is a set step-by-step thing, and there's always like an amount of freestyling in there. So that way it always does come out kind of natural, really. There's key moves that I plan out, and like this would look good here, but it's not quite choreographed into the way that I had to like remember specifically, oh wait, now I have to do this, now my arm has to be here, now I have to go there. It just kind of flows well because I just dance it so much that it kind of naturally becomes a rehearsed dance. Atticus Frost asks, how'd you get into dancing, and how do you come up with your routines? I'm just extremely attached to music. I like to say that I'm a compulsive dancer. If I hear a beat, like I start tapping or swaying a little bit. Like it's really hard to hold back at all. What was the first song you danced to? Oh wow, whoa, So it looks like I'm getting a lot of this question. One of my earliest memories is dancing to the Macarena. That was such a huge hit when it came out, and I came out in South America first, of course, and it was such a huge hit there. And even the movements were a little more simpler, but you had to know rhythm to actually do the movements on time. But if we're saying my first like on stage song I danced to, I believe that was actually in elementary school, and I choreographed a routine to Backstreet Boys' Larger Than Life with a friend, and this is like, I don't know, 5th grade probably. And we did that for a school talent show, and oh my god, did everyone love us, because the Backstreet Boys were huge that time. It was really, really funny. The first song I ever danced to in fursuit, oh god, I was wearing tack, and there's a really old YouTube video still on my channel probably, and I think it was to like a Groove Armada song, and wow, is it so bad, so bad. But the first song on dance competition I danced to was Barbie Girl. Yep, Barbie Girl. And that probably leads into the next question is, how are you feeling during your first dance competition, and are there any videos of that first dance? So anyways, I was talking about Barbie Girl. How was I feeling during it? So this is FWA 2008 or 9? 2009 probably? Yeah, I think 2009. And dance competitions were a very new thing. And they're really silly. They weren't serious at all. They were really small. And like, this was so on the spot. Like, this is my first convention. I didn't even know this is a thing yet, but I saw it on the program. It's like, I need to do that. I must do that. This is my calling. So I showed up, and I was like, how do I get in? What do I do? What can we do for music? And they actually had a list of songs in their library that I could pick from. And then I saw, oh, Barbie Girl. I'll do that. It like be out of the blue, no one expected it, and I love Aqua. so fucking much. And I just showed up in my dead cat fursuit. Oh my gosh, version 1 was so bad. I'm so happy that the lighting was so dark. You couldn't really see how bad my fursuit is. And I did it. And I basically acted like a Barbie, like a plastic toy, a rope, did the whole puppet arm trick. And they loved it. I got 2nd place, first time. But honestly, like there's hardly any nerves going into it because it's just such a laid-back event. Nothing was really planned out. Everyone was there for fun. And it was great that this was my first time in the dance competition, because once I got that out of the way and being on a stage in front of a mild-sized audience, like we definitely didn't fill the room, that's for sure. There's a lot of gaps. But I guess I had it really easy getting on that stage at first. That's not to say that on other events I didn't have butterflies, because I certainly did, like later years. But it was great. It was really exhilarating. I loved it. Peach Chef asks, your biggest life accomplishment? I guess just having traveled and seen so much of the world already so far, and I want to see so much more. Like, I'm finding that just experiencing all these things is such a wonderful thing to have. Like, it definitely surpasses anything that could be much materialistic at all for me. That's just what I want, and that makes me really happy. As for something that I personally felt was successful was when I was picked for Guest of Honor for Compuzzled. Like, and it came like so out of the blue at that time. I thought, like, this convention way over the sea in way over the ocean, another country decided they wanted me to be an honorable guest. It blew my mind, and I was just so humble. I loved it. I loved them all. It was such a wonderful experience.